Hello and welcome to the Love of Business podcast by prconnectionsradio.com, Voices of New Media. It's my pleasure to introduce Renee Smith Broudeur. Did I get that right?
It. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming on to our show.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure being here. Thank you, Mika.
So, Renee, you sent me quite the bio with a lot of amazing experience. Can you give us a little story of how you got into business and what you're up to now?
Well, I come from an entertainer's family, so I've been in the public eye pretty much since I was born and sleeping as a baby on my dad's stage. So as I got older, not too much older, maybe about 7 or 8 years old, I started making crafts and selling them at my dad's show. So I've been an entrepreneur probably since the age of 10 years old.
Wow.
Little caterpillars, and as an 8 or 9-year-old, make $100 a day. That was pretty good money.
That is.
I have continued my entrepreneurial spirit pretty much through my entire life. Other than my hospitality background, I've been in the hospitality business, banquets, restaurant service, everything from hosting to bartending to restaurant management throughout my career as well. My printing and marketing business pretty much started in 2010 when I left another company that I kind of believe it was my mentorship into the printing and marketing business, and began my leap into that industry. And it's just grown from there.
And you said something about the love that you developed for the industry, for printing and marketing. Can you expound on that a little bit?
I think what I love about the industry I'm in is I'm helping other people to succeed in their businesses. So I believe my success is based on helping them succeed. So when I'm able to give them affordable marketing products and collateral that look good, that make them more money, of course, then I'm a success as well. So helping other people to exceed their expectations of where they can go in their business definitely is one of the highlights of what I do.
I love it. It's great to get in the marketing business, to get to know business owners and to help them to see their own potential, or their own, I don't know what you would call it, amazingness. And it just must boost the morale of the business as well, right?
Exactly. When they have great marketing materials and they look like the Fortune 500 company, they're proud of who they are, they're proud of what they have. And they might be that small mom and pop, but if they have that Fortune 500 image, it really lifts their morale as well as their image and their self-confidence to be able to go out there and take on the world.
A huge part of love in business.
Correct.
Is loving what you do and loving how it looks, and just having that enthusiasm and passion is really it's contagious, and I hope we see more of it. I hope that during this chaotic time, more and more businesses really embrace innovation and remember the connection that is so essential to healthy, wholesome business transactions.
Well, during this time, this year, we talked a little bit before the show, prior to COVID, we ran our businesses totally different. After March 10th of last year, 2020, it really sprung us forward into the digital age. Even for some of our businesses that didn't think they would become more digital. When we think about that, including the restaurants that ended up having to be takeout only or pickup, when they needed websites, if they didn't have websites, they had to become more digital. A lot of businesses really had to either pivot or they didn't succeed. We saw a lot of businesses go out of business, and we've also seen a lot of businesses really flourish during this time because they were able to pivot, they were able to change, and they were able to embrace the opportunities that they may not have had before the COVID started. So as a business owner, management, human resources, anybody in a top level, business level, that became important. I was talking to another Fortune 500 company, a national company, one of their marketing people the other day, that most of their business was telecommunications. They had call centers and they came into the office. Some of their top levels didn't want to pivot to becoming more home-based and allowing their professionals to work from home. So they were out the door while the newer people that were able to embrace it were able to flourish. And their business has actually really taken off and has succeeded during COVID because they were able to pivot when their people were able to work from home. It also cut down the expenses. So it's all about pivoting as an entrepreneur, changing, always taking a leap of faith. And when we take that leap of faith, we're able to see past the blinders that might be on us and be able to work forward. Kind of one of the images that you can imagine is kind of, if you picture a rhinoceros, it's a thing that was put in my image as an image a long time ago. They have tunnel vision. And when you have tunnel vision, you can't see on both sides of you, but you're looking straight ahead. And so if you're taking your vision and you're not looking at the problems and you're looking straight ahead, there's pretty much anything you can accomplish. And I like the challenges. And one of the things that I love about being a business owner is the challenges and being able to evolve and be able to change and be able to pivot. And I'm the type of person that likes to work under fire. And so when I'm under a stressful situation, I'm really at my peak as far as performance, because it's fast moving and all the pieces have to come together quick. And
yeah, priorities are clear.
Correct.
Wow. I love how you also talked about being a part of the entrepreneurs who like to give back. And I think that you had a couple of projects too that you were launching along those lines. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
You hit it on the head. I believe that all business owners need to give back to community, not just of resources such as money, but of our time and our dedication and the love of business. PR Connections, the founder of this company, with his nonprofit endeavors, and really embraces that. Guy is an embracer of that as well as myself. We give back to community. It helps our business because it gives us the public eye, but it also helps other people succeed. So we created in COVID a project in an e-commerce site called supportacause.com. So it's supportacause.com. And what Support a Cause is a fulfillment company for nonprofits and causes. So during COVID, we've actually have created this site for our nonprofits that weren't able to go out and do events. They were no longer to do their 5Ks and their bingos and different things. So we're doing apparel and hoodies and crop tops. They get a link and we do a profit share with them. And they don't have to do everything because we create the site, we create their products, we put it into a web page, we go out and market it as well as they are to their supporters and to their fans and to their volunteers, and it creates a flow into the website. So it's been a win-win for both my company and the nonprofits I'm working with. Currently, we have Vegas Elite Riders, which is a motorcycle enthusiast, SOS Accident Fund that gives back to the community of motorcyclists that have either had fatal accidents to their families or if they have medical bills or other medical equipment needs. we are working with Junior Achievement of Southern Nevada to get their products up, as well as Vegas Veterans Hockey Foundation. I'm getting it up as well. So we just launched this less than a month ago, but it's had a lot of success, and our partners are starting to see a compensation coming from that site. So we're excited about that. So what we had also from our customers after we launched that is, we're a club, we're a team, we're a meetup, we're a community club. What can you do for us? We're not really a nonprofit. And so we've got our website domain, and we've got our logo, and we'll be coming out with getclubswag.com really near the future with that project. So again, pivoting into a digital age with the e-commerce, since I was a marketing company and I was out networking. That's how I got my business. I went out networking to events and not different fundraising events. And I was out in the public eye all the time. So I also had to pivot to more of an e-commerce with these endeavors to bring that added income into coast to coast. But it's a win-win for all of us, and I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun helping other people to achieve their fundraising needs.
It sure sounds like it. Give me some ideas of some examples of the fun, of like a fun story or something from your adventures.
There's always a fun adventure. There's always a fun adventure. Showing up at different events. And I mean, especially when I'm out amongst the people that I network with regularly, and we can have a fun time. There's a group of us that grew up in team referral. And so we've moved on past that networking group, but we've learned to network together. We've learned to work the rooms together. We might show up and we might show up at an event together and work the room together from opposite rooms, but we've always had fun with everything we've done.
That sounds really fun. Real team bonding experience too.
Correct. Exactly. It's the network we build around ourselves, and it's doing for others and others doing for you to help you succeed in your business and get the word out. Other people are our best salespeople. So have fun with other business owners. Make it your priority. Get out and network the best you can during COVID, even if it's digitally. That's what's going to help you succeed, because other people that are passionate about you are going to be your best marketing.
Right. And find those people online, and, that might, as the situation changes and the regulations change, then we'll be able to take advantage of those relationships we've built online.
Guy Dawson has pivoted as well, with the professionals, with all his digital and online networking. He's been doing a great job.
Yeah, he sure has. It's definitely growing.
It is. It doesn't happen overnight now, does it?
Oh, no. Step by step, right?
Step by step.
Sometimes you wonder what you're doing. But when there's that love and that passion and enthusiasm, it's, it feeds you as well, right?
Feeds the excitement.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get that high from somewhere. We're sitting home behind a computer. Yeah.
Right. I love how you redirect things over, over time, and how you've maintained so much enthusiasm. What are some of your personal secrets to keeping your energy level high?
Oh, gosh, some of them we can't talk about.
Those are the best.
I think it's always just looking at the positive things in front of us. You know, it's easy for us to get sad and to think about the negativity around us because people can get negative in a adverse community or demographics. I've lost my mom and everything during this COVID, but to still keep focused. I mean, keep focused and look what's ahead of us and concentrate on our successes, no matter how small they are, because they're going to become larger. You know, the biggest thing right now is for us to survive. And if we survive, we're going to flourish. And if we embrace the little things, they're going to become bigger. And, you know, we just have to let the little things that we have in our life, our relationships with family, our relationships with God, our personal development, making sure that we're putting into our brains the things that feed us instead of bring us down. Those are the most important. I'm always an avid reader, always into personal development. I think I've picked up my first book for pleasure just not too long ago because it was always, you know, the Tony Robbins, the Pete Vargas's, we had so much in the beginning of COVID of all these online challenges and all of these top-notch motivational speakers that were just giving their services for free. You know, it was kind of like personal development overload for a while, but that's what I needed in the beginning until I was able to say, okay, let's go. Let's always be working on the next project. Let's be growing. Let's not waste time, but let's make sure that we're continually growing in a forward movement and taking the situation we're in to propel our business forward. Some people are going to end up being a lot more successful than they could have ever been just because it made us slow down and rethink and refocus and look outside the box into the possibilities of what could be.
It's amazing how much we've developed digitally during this time.
It is. We wouldn't have had this growth. It would have probably been another 5 or 6 years before we have the growth that we've had digitally. There's a lot more people, even the pizza delivery places that have websites now, because they needed it. They needed to pivot that way. They needed to focus on, and that's one of the reasons that I had to focus on different projects, is because of all of the outside live networking, live events going dark. People weren't needing business cards. They weren't needing the flyers, the postcards. They weren't needing the marketing material that was hard marketing material. They needed more of a digital presence. And so it became websites. We began to develop our e-commerces, which are our DBAs, to be able to pivot into that digital age. And our business has totally done a 360 from where it was a year and a half ago to where it is today.
What would you suggest to someone to a business who hasn't yet gone digital but is interested in doing that now?
We might think COVID is coming to an end, but the digital age is not going to. So if you haven't moved to a digital presence, if you don't at least have your website and your social media up, it's not too late, because this trend is going to continue into the future for some time. So we can help you with your graphics. We can help you with your website, your social media. We can help you with those projects. You can contact us. You can contact other marketing professionals that you have a partnership with. But make sure to take action. Don't say, I might do it tomorrow or the next day, because that next day may never come if you don't go digital.
Yes. And because of all the development, it's, the technology is becoming better and better. and easier to use at certain levels. So I think it's, people shouldn't be intimidated about pivoting and taking that digital, journey with their business.
No, you can't have fear. I mean, if we have fear, we're not growing. If we do have fear, we need to use that fear to move us forward. Fear can be good if we're moving forward through it. But if it's making us comatose in what we're doing, fear is not good. So you need to take action. I mean, your job right now as a business owner is to succeed and conquer our challenges. And as a business owner, there's always a challenge. This challenge might be a little bit more taxing on us, and it's worldwide, but we can overcome it with positivity and action.
You're so right. You're so right. So take us through a little one of your days at Coast to Coast Printing and Marketing.
A day and how it should be.
An average of how it is and how it should be, whatever.
I mean, we're non-traditional now, through COVID. Our business days aren't from that 7 to 6 like they used to be, where I would be by my computer at 7. But an average day is with me and my boyfriend Charlie waking up and having breakfast, and then he's also now a partner working with me on like software development and stuff in the business. So he's really been assisting me with a lot of different things in our new projects as a software developer. And then going to the desk, and of course, I think my day starts actually now by checking my emails and my messages in bed, then going and having breakfast, and then moving to my in-home office and really getting to work as far as checking emails, responding to communications, doing estimates, putting out invoices, working with my graphic design team to make sure that the graphics are completed for any jobs such as t-shirt designs, flyers, business cards. We pretty much are a full house graphic design team. One of our projects that we are launching is Design Club, which is a subscription-based graphic design service for $370 a month. It offers unlimited graphic design, and that's for your social media, your websites, your actual hard collateral such as business cards, brochures. We all need a design professional in our lives right now to look the best, even on social media. So for $370 a month, that's very affordable. And
very much so.
Yes. We're really excited about launching that project. It's in software development currently. So doing any kind of meetings, be they digital, or I am actually meeting our clients out of the office now, socially distanced. So I will do a meeting at a Starbucks or whatever if I have to. And then ending the day with gratefulness and closing out the day and getting ready for the next day.
There's so much consistency that's required to be successful in business.
It takes a lot of consistency. And to be honest with you, it's easy to get away from that consistency when in today's environment, so it takes a lot of dedication and making sure that we're doing what we need to be doing all the time.
Right. So much awareness. Well, it looks like our time is up, but thank you so much for coming and sharing your experience and insights with us.
Thank you very much, Miko.
Where can people find you?
I have a website, which is coastprinter.com. I can be reached by email at sales, and that's plural, SALES at coastprinter.com, or I can be reached by telephone at 702-850-2894. Again, by phone, just pick up the phone and call 702-850-2894. Just one call, we do it all.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for more shows from PR Connections Radio, the voice of new media.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and thank